The Arctic summer does not allow darkness, but that night darkness came. Not a sunset, not a storm, a falling of the sky. The men scrambled to build a shelter from driftwood and old whaling debris. Their fire sputtered, refusing to stay lit. The air grew so cold their breath froze before it left their mouths. And then the shapes appeared, tall, thin, moving with the slow, deliberate grace of something that had never been human. They circled the shelter, their limbs bending at impossible angles. Their faces were long and hollow, like stretched masks of ice. Their eyes were pits of black winter. Elias whispered, "What are they?" Thorn answered with a voice that was no longer proud, no longer certain. "The lost winter's keepers." The creatures pressed closer. Their fingers scraped the wood. Their breath hissed like snow sliding off a roof. One of the men, Maddox, broke. He bolted into the dark, screaming. The creatures followed without sound. His screams stopped too quickly. The others huddled together, shaking, praying, waiting for dawn. But dawn did not come. Not for hours, not for days, not for the 8 of Frosthaven Sound. One by one, the men vanished. Some wandered into the dark, driven mad by whispers only they could hear. Some froze where they sat, their eyes open, frost blooming across their lashes. Some were taken by the tall, thin shapes that moved like broken shadows. Elias and Thorn were the last. They tried to reach the shallop, but the ice had swallowed it. They tried to light a fire, but the tinderbox snapped in half. They tried to pray, but the words froze on their tongues. On the final night, Elias saw the creatures gather around them in a perfect circle. Their heads tilted, their jaws opened, and from the darkness came a voice. Not spoken, but felt. "You were lost. Now you are ours." Thorn broke first. He ran into the circle. The creatures welcomed him. Elias closed his eyes, and the Arctic claimed him. The next summer, when the whaling fleets returned, they found Frosthaven Sound empty. No bodies, no boat, no tracks, only a crude shelter half buried in snow, and inside it, carved into the wood with shaking hands. We were not alone. We were not meant to survive, the winter remembers. To this day, sailors swear that when the fog rolls in thick and the sun dims for no reason, you can hear them, the 8 of Frosthaven Sound, rowing endlessly along the coast, searching for a fleet that will never return. Some say the lost winter keeps them alive. Some say they became the tall, thin watchers. And some say that if you ever hear a low moan across the ice, you must never answer it, because the Arctic remembers the lost, and it is always hungry for more.